What's up YouTube? My name is Rob and I'm back for another reaction video. Now this time around, I'm making it back to your friendly neighborhood Akala, and there's no surprise at all. He's just fantastic. He truly is fantastic in the way that he approaches his stuff. But the last things that I were checking out from him, I think I saw like maybe 3 of his Fire in the Booths in a row, and it was really weighed you down because he really explores those deep, hard-hitting topics that just really make you just stop and just say, wow, just really, in the sense that it weighs you down and making you feel like you should do more, but in the sense that a lot of the world's problems also kind of fall onto you, and it's kind of your responsibility to, in part, help it get better. Now, he does, usually at the end of his videos, sort of balance it out with saying, hey, there's hope to some degree, but the majority of his stuff kind of does that, has that effect on you. So, and it's weird because you want to cheer for him as a rapper, be like, hey man, let's get ready to go styling, you know? But in the end, he'll use tactics and devices with his lyrics and his music to make you just sit back and listen and focus on what he's talking about. More so than just having like a styling rap or a flex rap where he's saying, oh, I'm the best, I'm great, I'm styling, I can outshine my opponents, I can outclass my opponents, and all this other just vain stuff, right? So I'm finally checking out his Daily Duppy, which I'm hoping will be a little bit more lighthearted. And this video comes at the request of a YouTuber by the name, I'm sorry, 2 YouTubers. First YouTuber is the one that I actually had this conversation with. His name is Samuel Hunter. He had mentioned this comment on it, addressed this directly when I mentioned it before, and yeah, I kind of agree with his message. I have it up right now, Samuel Hunter. And then he followed it up by asking a request for me to do another video by Akala, and it ended up being this video right here that you're checking out, the Daily Duppy. And I felt really compelled to mention him in the new video that I would do requested by this guy. So that's the first YouTuber, Samuel Hunter. Then the next YouTuber that requested it, his name is George Best. To the best of my knowledge, George Best also requested another video on my last wave. So I just want to say to you, hey man, it's nice to see you back again. Really love the support. And in general, I love the support from both of you. Thank you so much for checking out my channel. And please, thank you for being subscribers to my channel. And if you aren't subscribers, please subscribe to my channel. I just love the support and love the acknowledgement that both of you have been given to me. And I just love to keep this thing going. So with that being said, I want to just take this Daily Duppy in for what it is. It's a daily challenge. And honestly, hopefully it can be more of it, just like a calmer, enjoyable thing. Because, you know, I want to see all the different sides of Akala. And I said, you know what, I do want to have the deep, hard-hitting raps come my way. And you know what? That's kind of like a blessing and a curse. You just have to say, you know what, be careful what you wish for, right? A lot of them can kind of weigh you down after a while, and you know, you want to have like a good mix. So I'm hoping I'll see a different side of Akala, but if I don't, hey, I would love it either way. This guy is extremely talented, and I know I'm going to be in for a treat. So without further ado, I'm going to kick this sucker off in 3, 2, 1. Too loud. Okay. I'm back. Alright.
Akala, Grime Daily, MBT Media, listen. Daily Duppy. Knowledge is power. AkalaMusic.com, Illustrate Records. Listen. Yo, I don't give a rat's ass or a rash cart. Your spars are where your papa don't start. And your bars are of your master. Out to spar with a bastard who've been dark since the march of the Spartans. Before Eve ate the fruit of the garden, I was in pursuit of the truth like a slalom. Dodging these sergeants, slave masters. Whether the cuffs or if ever didn't tar them. Same shit, different jargon. Same clip, different cartridge. Same whip, different master. Look closer, we ain't got past it. The shackles are not tackled, they're just different. The cattle rattle and rattle, but they collect the dividends. We're fuel for someone else's engine. We don't run a damp and we're just pretending. So all the big talk don't affect me. My elders lick back, so you can't impress me with all the talk about another man's gun. Look, we used to kill each other for fun. When the master sends their overseers to see us, we toss the weapon and run. Boy, them running your yard, this your mother. Dashing her knickers all out of the cupboard. Got us face down with their feet on our neck, and we still believe we are vets. But who makes the straps and the scales? Who packs the gel? So please ask yourself, who's the gangster? Who owns the planes and the boats that import the coke? So please ask yourself, who's the gangster? Who makes the straps and the scales? Who packs the gel? So please ask yourself, who's the gangster? Who owns the planes and the boats that import the coke? So please ask yourself. We blow each other's brains, so entertaining. They drop bombs in depleted uranium. You rock the law, you go to prison. They kill couple million, stack a billion. Business as usual, death in the colonies. What is that?
It is, that's the way it is.
Just a road on a bigger level. Think we're mountains, but we're just pebbles. Better yet a sign going, pop a little champagne. But people in the south of France are not fans, me. We love to live nice and happy too. But ask yourself this, does anyone that you know control the flow of capital? The answer is no. And if you knew the business deals, man, and negotiating, you would know you can never ever claim that I'm hating vegan cuz, but I get the bacon and eggs just fine in case you're mistaken. But if I don't like that, I don't like that. Grew up on Big U and Gregory Isaacs. No surprise that revolution in my track. Been right there from right back. Sacred geometry. Don't follow me, still just the angry youth that spits horribly, trying to live peaceful. I remember what happened the last time I lost my temper. And believe I ain't trying to be hard. The abuse that I suffered, I'm emotionally scarred. I'm supposed to be only be holding the bars. Instead I'm a professor that never went to class. I write literature, they write bars. The Celtic warrior maroon from yard. So when you compare me to these little tarts, all you were showing is you're not very smart. Real MC, it's my culture. Grew up on the sound systems with the toasters, you man a foot down. It's third gear to me, 10th planet ain't not another one near to me. When I orbit, clicks forfeit, course it, flow my you, don't force it. Or try rush, man off is just conscious. Come out my face with that nonsense, tug revolution. That's where it is. Never do we run from one of these kids. If we ain't shook of the owners of the plantation, why would we run from a slave? We've all got goons that love us enough to wanna die for us, so just behave. Cause man are old school straighteners. 1 2 1 2, face of the haters. Chasing the papers? Nah. Man are chasing freedom, but papers are making a blatantly shaking and quaking in the boots. Anytime you talk about breaking enslavement, so I do feel like Neo and the Matrix. Cause I don't understand why everybody's so scared of the agents. When they are powerless, blatant. Got a little bit, but I'll put it on the line. Listen to the shit that I spit in my rhymes. I'll leave it is prime. Principle first, even if that means I don't get heard. Cause the herds are absurd, they're hating the nerd, but the nerds controlling the face of the earth. So I tell man so straight, I'm a nerd, but Duppy a track up my worst. Cold as a blizzard in a furnace, the wizard of a wordsmith, bruise that I chiseled in stone, perfect. Ask for yourself on the road, they tell you Akala is cold. E-kicks knowledge for the block, never gonna stop. Progression in my albums, never gonna flop. When that shit's on, it starts to dawn. This whole thing's chess, and they want us to celebrate the fact that we are just pawns. But man are not on it, see? The last thing they want is man with road energy to stop killing one another and think cleverly and ask why you're living, where you're living, how you're living. Did you create the condition that you were raising your kid? And if you didn't, who did it? Is it really for the hood if our oppressors like our lyrics? Only by crushing your aspirations can we maintain this here situation. Only by crushing the dreams of your kids quick can we keep our unearned privilege. And that's what it's all about.
Akala. Alright, and I don't know, you know what, I shouldn't really be surprised. I don't know why I had the expectation that he was going to go in there and just start talking about really himself and just like glorify himself and all that. He's not that type of person. Everything I've seen from him thus far, he's been making you think about deep issues. He's not really a vain person at all. And that's really humbling. It's really humbling. Like you ever had that one friend that's just like so good you just want to like slap them because they're just annoyingly good, like ever? Like really, that's kind of Akala kind of reminds me of. But yeah. I said, you know what? Maybe he's gonna have like a styling rap, or maybe he's gonna do something like just different in a sense that he was gonna maybe do like a flex rap of some kind. And then immediately he goes into talking about slavery. I'm like, oh, that's that. Boom. I'm grateful because he did it in a very awesome way. But this is a really good example of what I was talking about when I reviewed his last Fire in the Booth rap. A big thing that he does with his raps, and a big topic that he focuses on with all of his raps that I've seen and been able to really piece together with that last rap, is hierarchy. He had a good moment in his cipher, in the middle of his cipher, where he says, or he goes into a thing of saying, who's the gangster that controls this? How you are this? Who's the gangster that controls this? Who's the gangster that controls this? And he starts to list all those different things. And then basically, you have to sit back and ask yourself, is the man, right? It's the one up top that's actually controlling it. It's usually the government and all. And then even worse, they have the power to call you a criminal for doing these little petty things, when in turn they go out and kill all kinds of people. And when you in charge, you get to write the rules. That's what happens. And yeah, you can't disagree with that at all. You really can't. So he's that type of guy that makes you cognizant of that. So I guess that you're more enabled to call these people out and then call them on the carpet for what they're doing and hold them accountable, which I really love. I really love accountability, and now in today's stage, especially in my country, more than ever, we need accountability. So yeah, it's really a deep thing that he went into with that. Yeah, I shouldn't be surprised at all that he wanted to take the revolutionary route and just how he approached it. He's not vain. I really can't. Now that I'm just going through it, I really can't just imagine him doing something vain like that. I really just can't. But yeah, man. Yeah, Akala. So tell me, what do you think was like the most hardest hitting part of this cipher? And if you feel I missed it, please let me know. But I just wanted to I'll do like a more of a topical view. I don't like to really nitpick these things. I like to look at the whole thing as a whole and just try to talk about how I see the building as opposed to how I see the bricks. And I basically made that analogy before. I said there was this one guy on this other video that I did. He basically had the comparison. He basically had the thought of saying, well, hey man, a lot of the rappers are lyric driven, so if you miss a lot of their clever wordplays, then you're really missing out. And basically my response to that is, well, I look at the whole cipher, and in doing so, look at the whole cipher, I see the little clever wordplays as being comparable to like bricks. And when you look at a whole verse within a cipher, I look at all those clever wordplays forming what's comparable to a wall. And then when you look at the whole rap, I look at those walls forming something more comparable to a building. At the end of it all, I look at the building, but when I look at when I pick apart a cipher, I don't necessarily look at bricks. I look at walls. I look at how different ideas, when you have the clever wordplays coming together to form one massive idea, and how that works against another massive idea or device, and how all those walls form a building. That's kind of how I focus and how I critique a rap. And he was a really intelligent guy. His name was Daniel. Really intelligent guy when he did it. But that's just how I look at these things and how I review these things. So I just wanted to be cognizant with that. I know he was really interested in college music, and that's just why I want to bring that up. But if you feel there's something I missed with this video, please, by all means, pull it out and put that down in the comment section below, and let me think your views on this specific cipher. And if you have anything else from Akala that you really think I would like to see, just so I can get like a more comprehensive view of what the type of stuff Akala does in terms of music, or even stuff he does outside of music. I know that he's really involved politically. If you want me to know more stuff about what he does politically on the political scene, please let me know that. I'm all ears and checking that stuff out. So without further ado, that's been my video. I'm going to give one more shout out to the people that supported my channel. And those people are Samuel Hunter. Again, that is Samuel Hunter. We had that discussion with him before, and it was a really nice one. And also the YouTuber George Best. George Best. I'd like to thank you both for checking out my channel. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and please leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what video you want me to check out next. With that being said, thank you so much for checking out my video. Peace, y'all.